Hey guys, I hope you guys had a good weekend. I'm Josh Graham and welcome to Card Sharp Pro. And today's episode is going to be Mermail vs Spellbook Game 1. Enjoy! I'm playing Mermail, my opponent's playing Spellbook. There's actually a lot of stuff I want to talk about when you're playing against a Spellbook deck. A Spellbook deck likes to grind away at your resources, playing World of Prophecy and just getting back all these free cards, drawing extra cards off tower. But they have no real win condition. They have to attack you slowly with their little magicians. They have to attack you with World of Prophecy. They can't beat you in a single turn. So you need to find a different strategy to get around this. One that I found is you have to be really aggressive, just pushing through Spellbook back rows. You have to be really on top of them. There isn't much they can do. The most punishing thing they can do is Torrential and maybe Mirror Force, but if you're summoning multiple monsters, you're playing around Fate, you're playing around Wind Blast, Fiendish Chain, Divine Wrath, all those kinds of cards. My opponent crescents into Fate. I roll the dice, hit Fate. My opponent's just going to continue to go off with the regular Spellbook stuff. He's going to be searching Magician, going through setting up his Fate in his tower. Pretty standard opening play against Spellbook, of course. Everything you need to know. Spellbook takes a long time to play out a lot of its stuff. Yeah, I have no response to any of this. I don't really care. None of this is real. All this is illusionary card advantage that they can't press with. So I'm just going to be aggroing him out of the game. Right from the gate, I'm going to be dropping monsters. I'm already planning my next move. I know that no matter what my opponent's going to do, he's going to be stuck on a certain series of plays. Setting up his Fate. He has one unknown back row. I like to assume that it's something of the nature of Divine Wrath or Phoenix Wind Blast, because that's normally the kind of cards that I would set when I'm playing this deck. I play Spellbook a lot. I know the deck pretty well. Yeah, I start off real strong here with Dragoons, and I'm going to be going into a double marksman play, trying to drop that Megalo, clear up the board a little bit. I really have to do that. I can't let Spellbook keep the loop going for long. I have to be really aggroing them out of the game. So I drop Megalo, drop my 2 marksmen. The opponent has Divine Wrath. I'm fine with that. It was all free cards anyway. I like to aggro as much as I can here. My opponent pitches World of Prophecy, which is pretty good for him. I still have to keep pushing. I don't really care about card advantage in this matchup. I just have to keep my opponent off the board. I have to get rid of all 3 Spellbook Magicians. And once I do that, my opponent's really relying on Spellbook of Life, which I can easily handle with Mystical Space Typhoon. I can easily handle all of his situations. I can get rid of his World of Prophecy with an end phase Wind Blast. There's a lot of things I can do to really mess him over. All I have to do is get rid of those Magicians so that he has no normal summons. Can't protect himself with Fate, can't protect himself with any of the cards. You can't life if I keep destroying it with space. Basically all those extra cards from tower won't matter if he has no monsters to summon, which is what's going to happen at some point in this game probably. My opponent's just going to go through, recycle his books. Basically the deck is doing what it's doing. He opened his typical Fate Tower Eternity. It's fine. He's just going to keep playing on through his stuff. I don't really mind it. Not Heartless. But my opponent's just going to keep searching through his stuff. I don't really mind. He's just going to play Spellbook of Life. There isn't really much I can do. I don't mind. Basically what I have to do in this kind of situation is I just have to let him do his stuff, and then during the end phase take advantage. All these card advantage situations that I'm going to get into, I have no control over. When my opponent's playing Spellbook, he's just going to get all these free cards, which I totally have to deal with. But I have to remember that each one of those cards isn't a defensive card, so I have to be able to keep pushing through, which is fine. Opponent's just checking if he can get his 2 back and blow up. I told him he can. He's just making sure. He doesn't want to. He elects not to blow up. He'd rather keep his tower. He's gonna just attack over. There isn't much I can do about the attacking over. I don't want to risk a chained wisdom, so I have to end phase my compulsory. Again, I don't mind taking a little damage. If I wait till the end phase, I also shut him down from fate too, which is good because he's gonna set the fate. And again, I'm just debating, but I am pretty sure that that is the play, so I follow through with it. Again, I'm not taking much damage at all ever when I play against this deck. Yeah, my opponent's a little disoriented. I get this free turn here. This is a free opportunity to try and do what I want. I have the option between summoning Undyne or summoning Megalo. If I summon Undyne, I'm gonna dump Tidal. If I dump Megalo, I'm gonna push for 48, and then quickly just keep up with the card advantage. I'm debating the 2 options. I eventually opt for the Megalo play. I feel like the Megalo play would have been stronger. Not much I can do. The reason I like the Megalo play better is because even if he clears my board, which is very hard because I would end with a Gaios. Gaios would stop everything but World of Prophecy, which is in his hand. I know he has a Fate set, so I know that World of Prophecy is stuck in his hand. The ideal here is that I would search Abyss Squall, but again he Veilers, so I have to just push for 48 and make an Abyss Gaios. Abyss Gaios is very good in this matchup, stops every effect that they have and they can't really do anything about it. Even if they chain Fate, still very unoptimal use of their Fate and they have no defense. My opponent using his tower here, which is good. Nothing I can do about that. I'm down to top decking, but I'm playing for damage, so it's totally fine. I realize that the only way that I can win this game is probably by drawing Salvage or another Undyne. I need to be able to grind through here, which is fine. My opponent's just gonna go through his regular plays. I'm totally cool with everything that he's got here. I see that he drew a couple defensive traps, but there isn't much I can really do about those. I'm gonna summon. He's not even gonna summon the Magician. He's gonna summon Temperance, and I negate it immediately. Oh, sorry. He flips that. I told him. You need to actually summon the Temperance. I'm just like, yeah, I'll negate immediately. He was gonna chain Fate, I'm pretty sure, but he didn't have enough books to get rid of it. He's pretty stuck on his options here. I know that Abyss Gaios is very good in this matchup. Being able to shut them out of monster effects, again, is game winning. But I'm pretty sure I'm losing the Abyss Gaios here. I'm not losing it to power, he already used Master. He's debating it though. Yeah, my opponent's just going to be able to search here. Takes him a while to play out his stuff. It's a very complicated deck when you're just getting used to it. Pretty overwhelming. I don't know. Again, the Abyss Guile is just gonna stay there. Rip Salvage, pretty good. And then I'm setting myself up for any future play that it's going to involve Abyss Tooth. Abyss Tooth is probably the best draw I can have here. I haven't seen a single copy. I'm going to be thinning through my deck a lot this turn. Sending a card, searching a card, very good. Again, there's a little miscommunication here, but that's going to be dealt with pretty soon. And send title, add controller. You always want to send title whenever you can. I even do it over searching Dragoons and Megalo a lot of the time. Having access to title really opens up a lot of your plays. If you have access to title when you're playing Mermail, almost all of your draws are live. You'll have access to any rank 7 play from just drawing a single Abyss Tooth, Abyss Lin, resolving a Megalo, resolving a Sphere, even resolving Squall is double rank 7, which is very powerful. Getting off an Abyss Gun. Again, having access to title as soon as possible is the most important thing. When you play this deck, you're also playing the Wobble Chain. Some people even opt for Gold Sark and a single copy of Dragon Ice, just to have something to search off the title when they Gold Sark it. Again, Dragon Ice is pretty good, but it's personal preference. My opponent meant to Fate the guy on attack and then take the damage, but again, it's just miscommunication because we were playing fast, trying to speed up the game. My opponent just draws extra cards with his tower. It's fine. Draws his 2 cards, puts the card back. No big deal, it's out of order. Nothing I can do about it. I'm pretty sure my opponent's just going to summon Magician here. Power over my guy. Ain't really anything I can do about it, but again, I'm just setting up for bigger plays by sending the title. Even the following turn, I can just attack over the Magician with a Genix controller. Save my title. It also leaves me open to a lot of draws. I can draw Abyss Tooth, I can draw Abyss Pike, I can draw Abyss Turge. I can even just draw Abyss Lin to beat down, because he's going to be forced between Abyss Lin and title. And he's most likely going to choose the Abyss Lin as his target, so I can force through the title. My opponent's going to just set his last couple cards here. My opponent's really down to only Fate as his defense. Notice that. So again, the only cards that I really pay attention to in this matchup is when Fate is live and his back row, because those are the only things that are defending his life points. He's always going to be able to clear my board with his spellbooks the next turn. He's always going to be able to access World of Prophecy when he can. He's always going to be able to access Priestess when he can. So trying to keep up with them in a card advantage war when you're playing Mermail is a really bad idea, but they can't beat you in the life point race. You're just going to beat them so quickly and so aggressively. This game's actually only like 4 or 5 turns long, but it's a really, really slow game just because of things that happen. I top deck Abyss Tooth, which is probably one of the better draws here. That's awesome. My opponent flips up Divine Wrath. That means I win. My opponent has a set Fate and a set Wisdom. I know this, so I go immediately for the title play. I bring back Megalo with Abyss Gun. I'm immediately going for an aggressive play here. Yeah, my opponent's actually in shock here that I win the game. He thinks that he has so much card advantage. And he's just looking at his life points. He looks at his Fate. He looks at his Wisdom. He looks at his graveyard. He surveys the board one more time, and then he concedes. be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more exciting duels and live commentary.